Hi everybody, welcome back to Bright Ink. As promised, we're on our new schedule and we have another video for you this week.
Today we're going to be talking about the other stuff that we've been writing in between all of the Immortal Game edits.
As we told you guys, the process was very write for a month, craziness, and then have a break while our editor looks at it and writes us another edit letter and stuff. So we were not just having lovely leisure time in those months in between. We were working because we're writers.
So part of our contract has option material. It's called the option clause, and that means just your next work. Basically, Swoon Reads has dibs on our next work to be able to publish it. Ashley and I both have different projects that we're working on. So the stuff that is next is separate, even though we've been heavily involved in brainstorming and support and cheerleading. These next works are not co-authored.
We read them for each other. We were beta readers for each other.
Yeah, we kind of ended up writing along the same pace for our own books. We're pretty close to the same track.
I remember I started the brainstorming for this new novel 2.5 years ago.
I was pregnant with Anessa when I started thinking of plotting stuff for this book. Mine's called The Cobra's Heir.
Mine is called Demon Mark, but that is a very just work in progress name.
These books have definitely come a long way as well. We've been really excited about them. I wrote one long-winded, rambly draft all the way through and ended up at 132,000 words without having all of the pieces in. I kind of skipped ahead of sometimes and I was like, I don't know what to do here, so skip. So it was really, really, really long and needed some serious work. And then I ended up structuring it out better, cleaning it up, rewriting it through. And as I went, I was implementing feedback from my writing group. And so now I have a 102,000, I had to think about that, 102,000 word document for my book, which is much better. And I'm really excited about it. I sent it out to our agent, who is supposed to look over it and help us pitch it to Holly in hopes that she'll want it, right? But I also sent it out to 8 beta readers, and 7 of them read it by my deadline, which was awesome. And I had really awesome positive feedback across the board, which was really exciting. So right now, I am actually this weekend finishing off the just scene strengthening type feedback I have. And then our agent is going to read my book next week and we'll go from there. Hopefully he likes it enough to say that we just need some minor edits and then send it off to Holly.
I don't remember what I was doing with my life, but I wrote a first draft up until the last maybe 2 chapters, and then I was like, well, this is garbage, I want to rewrite it. So I replotted it a little bit, and then this last kind of fall I really started that complete rewrite of it. Literally every single chapter was different, but same characters, same book and everything. And then I was like, okay, this is it. I'm done with it. I don't want it anymore. But our agent was really busy. So he was like, I won't be able to get through it for a while. So I was like, okay, well, I'll have some beta readers read it just in case I get any good feedback. And I should have known, of course. I got great feedback and I was like, well, yes, now I'm going to make all of these changes. So I'm halfway through making the new changes, but it's so much better and I'm excited. And I hope to be done in a couple weeks.
Yeah, it's been super fun. I was really excited. I read her book in 3 days during that beta reading time back in December. And then we had a good chat about it. It was fun. She binge read mine too, which Ashley has said in the past that she's a very slow reader. I was so happy that she read mine so quickly. So
yes, I loved it. I read half of it in 3 or 4 days, and then life. So it took me another 2 weeks to finish it, but it was good.
Our agent did say that he wants our book obviously in the best possible shape before we pitch it to our editor, because he wants to give our editor no reason to say no, which I totally get. So anyway, we also wanted to tell you just a little bit about each of our books. Just to give you a teaser of what's to come in our future, we've steered a little bit away from mythology for these.
So mine is, hopefully I can do this in a condensed version. I'm terrible at talking about plots. But I have, my magic system is the most important part. So in this world, everything has a spirit, rocks, trees, Pocahontas, and people can make a connection with a spirit and take the spirit of that object into themselves. So now they have a spirit of a fox inside them as well, and they can hear the voice of this fox, and they have an enhanced ability that this spirit gave them. So for example, one of my characters has a bat, and so he can use echolocation. And the main conflict is this neighboring country believes that these spirits are really demons that are possessing bodies. And so the king of that country has started basically trying to cleanse the world of these spirits. So I have two characters who are like, well, no, that's terrible. Stop doing that. You're killing people. And then I have one character who's actually on the opposite side. He is a demon hunter. He hunts people with spirits and kills them. It sounds terrible, but so his arc is kind of like, oh, well, what will he discover? What will he choose to do in this situation? So that's the basics.
Yeah, it's such a good story, guys. I'm really excited for what comes of this one. For mine, I am going to read you a very rough jacket copy that I wrote for my class about it, because I'm terrible at keeping it condensed and trying to explain my world. But I will just start by giving you a little bit more background of the magic system as well. There are 5 different nations, all with different abilities. So it's kind of like Avatar: The Last Airbender, right? It's not like elements, but the different nations are born with the different abilities. So with that in mind, here is my rough jacket copy. The Cobra has sworn to eradicate the Enhanced. 17 years ago, Kiana, heir to the Cobra's empowered throne, was born with the abilities of the Enhanced. Her mother fled with her to save her life and raise her among a hidden Enhanced community. When the home she was raised in is attacked by empowered troops, slaughtering and torturing her friends and neighbors, her mother is recognized as the missing queen and captured. Desperate to save her mother, Kiana disguises herself as an empowered soldier, vows to free her at any cost. To do so, she must get close to her half-brother, Prince Kesper, who has dedicated his life to hunting and eliminating the threat to his throne, and her ruthless father, the Cobra, blinded by his lust for domination. Meanwhile, a rebellion is brewing against the empowered, one Kiana longs to take part in. Her choices could lead to rescuing her mother or giving the Enhanced hope for liberation, if she isn't caught and killed by her own people first.
It's so good, guys.
It's really fun to be each other's sounding boards and be like, Kate, you know this one scene? How do I get past this? So,
oh yeah, I like Marco Polo Talia at least every other day and being like, story problem, rant, we'll chat about it. It'll be great.
We'll talk to you more about beta readers and how that works and some other parts of the process another time, but we just wanted to give you kind of a heads up of where we are. We will definitely keep you posted as soon as we're pitching our new books to Holly to see what she says, see if Spoon Reads will publish our next stuff.
Yeah, hopefully in, I don't know, the next year or so, you'll be hearing about, the next novel from Talia Rothschild or A.C. Harvey.
So excited. It's a little bit of a different feeling when you've done it completely alone. Like, it was so special to have written The Immortal Game with Ashley, and then I would never change how we started our publishing career ever. But it's also really exciting and special to be like, I did this, just me. So exciting.
Oh yeah. Anyway.
Stay tuned for next week's episode. We are going to be showing you our author websites that we built together, which are really fun. This is Bright Ink.
We're out.